And a good Friday morning to you here on Facebook. I'm John Wiener, your 11 News digital anchor. That is 11 News meteorologist Lucy Bergman, and we're looking at a very snowy picture from Banning Lewis Ranch. Lucy, what have we seen so far? And then we'll look at kind of what's to come.
Yeah, so we saw some snow overnight. That's what you're seeing a lot of on the ground right now. And then this batch of snow developing within the last hour or so. It was originally east of I-25. It's kind of backed its way up. We're seeing some snow in Teller County too. And this kind of batch of snow is pretty decent for much.
An important time to get those Salvation Army donations. How's it going out there?
Exactly. Good morning, John. It is freezing here right now. I've been out here for several hours, but we're having the holiday spirit. It's snowing again where we're at.
Merry Christmas. As you start making your plans, be thoughtful, be safe. Initial data is that Coloradans did fairly well, perhaps better than many other states over Thanksgiving, and that we're seeing some national records, but here it's been level. But we need to do better. I mean, with 1,500 people in our hospitals and over 3,000 Coloradans who paid the ultimate price, let's make sure that we're all here for many holidays to come. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. See you all soon.
That was Colorado Governor Jared Polis updating on the state's COVID-19 response. I'm John Wiener, your 11 News digital anchor. Want to encourage you, heard a lot of questions about what's happening with the school districts, what are the plans for the spring. We've been doing a lot of making an increasing effort to show you what's actually happening live in real time across Colorado Springs, El Paso County, the state, and the country. There's lots of different things we can do, in-depth coverage, breaking news, certainly developing stories. We've got a whole 11 News team for that as well. Our coolest capability here, the most unique thing, is whether it's traffic cameras, our own reporters, and cameramen, or all these different feeds like we just started with the president-elect, is being able to look at what's happening in real time. So I want to go now to a scene. There's a rollover crash on northbound I-25 at Baptist Road. It's mile marker 158. Now, we're going to take a live look at it. The car is turned over. If we see anything too graphic, we'll pull away from it. But it is such a reminder with snow and icy roads right now here Friday and going into tomorrow. We'll get the latest from Christina San Juan in a little bit to be extra careful. But let's take a look. And there you see the law enforcement on the shoulder road parked to attend to it. Now, we're not controlling this traffic actually, and well, you see the other vehicle there that's spun out. And I'm going to pull away from this for just a second because we don't want to look at scenes that are too graphic and certainly show the identity of anyone. But you're getting a look at the scene right here. That's the scope. You see the red truck sort of spun off from the highway.
AARP Elder Watch Helpline today. Recognize, refuse, report.
Okay, well, more breaking news to get to. Let's go to a scene developing in Manhattan right now where a protest has been disrupted by a car that drove into the crowd. And we've got a couple of different shots of this. So I'm going to leave this up and try to get a little more information. Now, this is the scene, sadly, that we've seen repeated throughout the country since the protests really stemming from the George Floyd killing started this summer. And this is the scene right now in Manhattan. Let me get back to multiple people struck. This is the intersection of East 39th Street and 3rd Avenue, so sort of the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Now, this is a feed from WCBS in New York City. Let's see, I think there's a ground element of this also. So well, that feed is out. Again, just something to monitor. I'm going to try to get a little more information and see what's happened.
much, Arbiter Fox. Just checking to see what you'd like us to do.
Let's get a report from looks like a witness interview in Manhattan.
Green light. There were people in the intersection. I don't understand how could that be an accident? How could that be an accident? Sophia Vickerman, SOFIAVICKERMAN.
Now this is a live feed from WNYW in New York City. Live sound from witnesses on the scene of a protest on 39th Street and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan. Multiple people have been struck when a car crashed into a protest. Don't know a ton about this, including what necessarily the protest was about. How many people exactly were hit or injured, but we'll try to learn more information as we get it.
Sorry, that was fast.
Isaac over there when he's done.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me off just so I have a look? Need help? Just keep an eye on that.
Solidarity with ICE detainees in Bergen County, New Jersey. They're on the 20th day of their hunger strike.
And the cops began to arrest some of the people because one of them requested that no got up, and when she tried to tell the officer to like step back, he just arrested her.
So, like, actually arrested?
They arrested several people. I know you did.
Okay, so, and just off the record.
They sped up. They sped up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. On Jay's side, so I'm moderately motivated. But we should get that to you, and then I'll pass off to an answer. The news now hit after our 5:30 hit. 5:07. 5:30 will be up. 5:30, we got a news now hit after that, and then a 6 p.m. hit.
Oh, in general?
Okay, so what you're looking at right now is a live scene in Manhattan. Here's what we know. It was a protest on the east side of Manhattan, 39th Street and 3rd Avenue. May not mean much, but lower east side of Manhattan, thereabouts. Don't know what the protest was about. What we do know is that multiple people were struck after a car crashed into that protest. We just heard witnesses saying on the ground, and of course this is unconfirmed, we're hearing this in real time as you are, but in one of the witnesses being interviewed by the local news station did say multiple people were arrested. Don't know if those were protesters that were arrested or people affiliated or associated with the car that crashed into protesters. So this is a live look right now from the helicopters overhead, and we'll just kind of continue to monitor this. We've got a lot of, I'm also going to continue to change the level of the camera while we're doing this, but we'll continue to monitor it, see what more information we can get. Again, here on the 11 Breaking News Center, not here's what happened, here's what is happening in real time. You get it when we get it, and I think it's an advantage and a really unique thing that we do here, but also takes some sort of patience and time to check out scenes as they're happening and try to collect some more information. Now, it looks like we're getting a live interview from Fox 5 with a witness on the ground. Let's listen in and see what we can learn.
They organized a protest in solidarity with hunger strikers at Bergen County Jail. They're ICE detainees. They are protesting and demanding their release in their cell conditions. The cells are infested with rats. They're in confined spaces during a pandemic, and there's a medical team that's unresponsive. So today we were marching through 39th and 3rd Ave, and before we could make it through the intersection, a black BMW driven by white women ran through the protest. A crowd of about 50 people. And we assume with the intent to kill, because this is not the first time that this has happened. There are 4 people in the hospital right now, and
Welcome in here. We're live on Facebook on a Friday afternoon, and we're checking in on a little friendly competition. It's all for a good cause. The AM news team versus the PM news team in the Salvation Army Battle of the Bells. Who can raise the most money for the Salvation Army? Now, we checked in with 11 News reporter Kasha Carriage in the morning, and we're joined right now by Ashley Franco, who's outside the Walmart on Platt Avenue. And Ashley, tell us how it's going out there raising money for the Salvation Army.
Well, John, it just started to snow, so a little bit of holiday cheer in the air right now. We've seen a lot of people so far. We just got out here right about at 3, but so many people have just been in that giving spirit since we've been out here, making sure they're making those donations, even if it's just a few pennies, even if it's just a $20 bill. We've seen that as well. So definitely a lot of good giving holiday cheer out here, John.
Tell us about the need that the Salvation Army has been seeing for donations and the amount of donations that they've been getting throughout the year. It's been a pretty challenging year.
Absolutely, John. Obviously, there has been a decrease in donations because of COVID-19. There's been a coin shortage, so obviously that's a little bit harder with the buckets that we have out here, but they're hoping to raise $20,000 this Christmas season. And here's the thing. The money that they raise this holiday season has to last them the whole year. So it's really important, especially this year when people are most in need, to come on out here and just donate to that little red bucket right there. And if you can't, we also have it online for those people who just want to stay inside and cuddle up today.
Yeah, we actually have a link, guys, if you're watching us on Facebook, which you must be to be seeing this. We got a link in the comments section how you can donate, and that donation really anytime, certainly here most needed during the holiday season. Ashley, one thing about the Salvation Army that we know is that if you're donating to the Salvation Army here in the Springs, it's staying right here to help this community, right?
That's the great thing about this, John, is anytime you donate in El Paso County to one of the red buckets, to the Salvation Army online, anywhere you need, it's going to stay right here in your community. So if I come out and donate, you come out and donate, you're helping your own community, which is one of the great things about the Salvation Army.
And finally, let's get to the real important matter of the day. Now, that morning team led by Kasha Carriage and Kelsey Ingram, they put up a pretty big number in terms of the money that they raised for the Salvation Army. This Battle of the Bells is the morning team against the evening team. So how are you feeling about your progress? How confident are you that you guys are going to surpass that number from the morning team?
Man, let me tell you, that morning team fought hard. They were out here in the cold this morning.
Yeah.
I know Kasha was ringing that bell very, very hard. But I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good out here. We've got a great bunch of people out here that are coming and going from the store, and I'm feeling pretty good. So you might have some friendly competition to look out for.
Well, our web guru, Tony Keith's been swagging around. He's like ultimately confident that the PM team is going to take it. He's at the web controls right now. And encourage you guys, again, if you can't make it out to the Salvation Army, you can donate online. It's a great way to help families in need more than ever. Ashley, kudos to you for standing out there, ringing the bell, especially in the cold. It's a great cause. AM team, PM team, no matter who wins, we all win, helping the Salvation Army here during the holiday season in Colorado Springs. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
That's Ashley Franco live from the Platte Walmart. And again, if you guys are watching us right now and want to donate and you can't make it out to the Salvation Army, I hear the bell right now. Ashley, she's right back on the job ringing that bell. Kudos to Kasha and Ashley both, and we're super proud to partner with the KKTV 11 team here. We're proud to partner with the Salvation Army as a whole, bringing holiday cheer and much needed help to families in need around the holiday season. So I'm John Wiener. This has been 11 Breaking News Center cut in here. Again, super proud to partner with the Salvation Army. So go ahead, get on out there and donate. And if you can't, click on the link below and you can donate that way as well. So we will take a quick break here. We'll sign off on Facebook. You can join me on the 11 Breaking News Center, kktv.com, taking you up to 11 News at 4. The lighting of the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree, and that was from Colorado. So tonight, beginning the Festival of Lights in the Jewish religion, the Festival of Hanukkah, 8 days beginning tonight. And want to go right now to Washington, D.C. again, where the National Hanukkah Menorah is being lit. So it's a ceremony that's supposed to be happening any minute. So we'll check in on that. It's going to be a good thing to pay attention to. Now you get a look at the menorah. It's quite a big menorah, and this is, see right in the area of the National Mall. You see the White House there in the background, and I'm gonna let the Hanukkah music play under us as we talk about this. The candle in the middle is called the shamus, and that's what's used to light the other candles on the menorah. And typically you add one sort of for each day, but it looks like we're going to get the lighting of the full menorah, because they're not going to keep doing this every night. I don't think maybe they will, but it looks like they've got all the candles in place. Now the shamus is the taller one in the middle that's used to light the other 8 candles on the menorah. Now, what is Hanukkah? What is the Festival of Lights? What does it commemorate? It's the Maccabees fight to end their own slavery, and the Festival of Lights, they were trapped and they only had enough oil for what they thought was one night, but the oil in fact burned for 8 nights. So they had 8 nights of light, and it was considered a miracle from God that the oil that they only had a little bit burned for 8 consecutive days. And so that is the Festival of Lights, to fight, to commemorate the Jews' fight from tyranny, and led by, of course, Judah Maccabee and that whole story. But that's basically the Festival of Lights, the Hanukkah holiday in a nutshell. Is one night was expected for the little bit of oil that they had, and it burned for 8 straight nights. And so every night of Hanukkah, Jews around the world light the candles, say the blessing, give presents, and commemorate the Festival of Lights. Let's go back now and look and listen in.